It's been more than a week since Baltimore City Detective Sean Suter was murdered, and several questions remain unanswered tonight. Suter was shot one day before he was set to testify in a police corruption case. It spawned a citywide manhunt, but a suspect has yet to be named. Rick Ritter reports.
Just hours after Thanksgiving, WJZ was there as investigators returned to the crime scene where Detective Suter was gunned down, this time honing in on an abandoned house next door. It's been more than a week since Suter's murder rocked the entire city, but still no suspect has been named.
What I heard was 4 shots, 4 rapid shots.
For the first time, we're hearing from Ellis Beatty, who lives right next door to where the incident played out. Beatty watched from his front window and says he saw Suter's partner take cover with his gun drawn.
Chuck was standing there with a cameraman and he was like this.
Moments later, Suter was rushed to the hospital.
Like I said, one police, I think his partner had him underneath his arm, and one had him by his legs and the calf, you know, and they put him in a car right here.
And you didn't get any description of a suspect?
No, I didn't see no suspect.
The FBI is now trying to help police enhance Suter's last radio transmission. This was heard about 20 seconds before the first dispatch call for assistance.
It's unintelligible right now. We don't know exactly what he said, but he was clearly in distress.
On Wednesday, the commissioner confirmed signs of a struggle were found on Suter's clothing, and the veteran officer was shot in the head at close range with his own weapon, adding that Suter was only 1 day away from testifying before a grand jury in a case involving officers from an elite gun unit accused of stealing from citizens.
I just am determined to keep following the evidence. There's nothing that we won't consider.
While a memorial now sits in the vacant lot, many are left wondering how long it will take to bring justice to Suter's wife and children.
All right, we reported that Detective Sean Suter was set to testify in a federal case just 1 day after he was shot. That case involved some of his fellow officers who were indicted. There are now new reports that a convict who was arrested by Detective Sean Suter and another detective has asked the court to take a second look at his case. Avajoy Burnett breaks down the case.
According to our media partner, the Baltimore Sun, Detective Sean Suter was working on a case 7 years ago where he and his partner pursued a suspected drug dealer. The driver in that car, Umar Burley, eventually crashed near Gwen Oak Avenue in Northwest Baltimore, killing an elderly man. The Sun reports Burley has been serving time for the death and drug-related charges, but earlier this year, he requested that the court take a second look at his case. At the time, Suter's partner was Sergeant Wayne Jenkins. Earlier this year, Sergeant Jenkins was indicted with 6 other officers in a federal racketeering case. The members of the elite gun task force unit are accused of robbing residents and lying about working thousands of dollars in overtime. It's not clear what case Detective Suter was scheduled to testify in, but the police commissioner said Detective Suter was not the target of an investigation.
Again, and this is straight from the acting U.S. attorney and the FBI special agent in charge directly to me, Detective Sean Suter was not the target of an ongoing criminal investigation. He was, however, scheduled to offer grand jury testimony the day after he was murdered.
Viewings for Detective Suter will be held Monday and Tuesday at the Vaughn Green Funeral Home in Randallstown from 3 to 8 p.m. The funeral will take place at Mount Pleasant Church Wednesday at 11 a.m.